Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Oh,
Hello,
Hey.
hello, hello, hello. On
We made
this
it.
fine blue day. That's the episode title. The
Roll
premiere
credits.
of the final season, Quest for the final season of Quest Soaring City, season 5, episode 1. It's a lovely day for a wedding. Don't you think? Don't you think?
Oh,
Did you say wedding?
sure.
I think
Why
so.
not?
When we last left off, everyone was sad and Ro was dead and then barely not dead. Now it's going to have been a month and people are going to be still sad, probably knowing these fuckers.
Yeah.
No,
What is that
it's
supposed to
fine.
mean?
Yeah. Faris is a sad bitch. She comes from the sad bitch factory.
Just gonna sit in the living room drinking her sad bitch juice.
Yeah.
No, you call it sad grape.
Yeah.
The
Right.
brand is sad bitch juice.
Look, but we're going to have a hopeful note because we are, like I said, it's a fine day for a wedding. A blue wedding?
A blue
I don't
wedding?
actually know the color scheme.
I
I
would
mean,
assume.
knowing these two, it's
It's
blue.
probably blue.
I'm going to warn you two. I'm going to turn to you two and say, hey, answer this question a lot today.
Cool. Love that.
Megan
I
loves
mean,
improv.
I love improv. I have gotten married. So in theory, I have experience
Yep.
in being a part of a wedding.
Draw from your
Megan's
experience.
In
Megan is
theory,
unprepared.
I am.
There we go.
I've never been prepared once in my life,
Did you know Megan's
and I
good
don't
at
plan on
improv?
starting now.
Did you know Megan's
Oh,
good at
so
improv?
good.
Yep.
I'm the best. I'm the
Yep.
best. No one's better.
Now, besides that, our soaring city, Valerith, has changed a bit in the intervening time and has been world wished by Ro to be all vegetative, planty, covered in plants and trees instead of stone and machinery. And it's better? Question mark. It's also a little harder to fly. See, Valerith hasn't actually been able to move for the past month. As Ro has not been usable, available.
Gotta let that battery charge.
I thought we got rid of the capitalist.
And now we have to wait for the plant child
Yeah.
to fly our giant city.
Now, conveniently, Valerith was positioned in a quiet mountain, over a quiet mountain village. So they haven't been bothered over much in this last month. There have been, I'm sure, behind the scenes, not shown at the wedding, tons of diplomatic, political bullshit that this episode isn't about. TM. But we are going to start in a quiet moment because our flower row is planted in Starfall Spire. Their little feetsies rooted in place. And today's the day that they're finally going to take their first steps. Who's there? Who's present for that? Obviously, the doctor is unconscious or missing or something. He's busy. You know, he just got all the chemical requirements to like cure this plague. He's probably doing that.
He's
Probably.
probably
Bit
curing
busy.
a plague.
Yeah.
I mean,
And frankly, if someone can cure a plague, just please do it. I don't miss a wedding. I don't care.
That would be nice.
It's okay. Yeah.
I feel like Faris would be there. She had some hand in this.
You're not wrong.
Tiny is absolutely there.
Yeah.
Tiny, I think, has like spent a lot of time near Rose flower pot, helping to guard them while they grow.
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 Cannot
Yeah,
escape the
get
memes
ready
of this
for
crew.
it, everyone.
How long have you known us? Don't be silly.
No, you're all strangers to me. Obviously, Also, you like my sword?
It's very nice. Where'd you get it?
Oh, I just kind of wandered into this room and it was there. Anyway, are Lena and or Zayke there, you think? For this seminal moment?
How close in proximity to wedding is this seminal
Oh, it's
moment?
today.
Ooh.
Probably not then.
Yeah.
Probably
Y'all
like
are busy.
like I feel like this is one of those things where it's like the whole leading up to this, Lena's like, I have to make sure, like, today might be the day, like Ro could come out of their pot, I have to make sure I'm there, and then shows up like 30 seconds too late.
Oh.
And not with Starbucks, just shows up late.
Just late.
It's late.
What about Zayke?
I think,
Did I miss it?
and Megan, correct me
It's,
if I'm
it's
wrong.
the day of.
Yeah.
I
think
will correct you if you're wrong, don't worry.
If Lena is not there, I think if today's the day, Zayke will be there because he's currently hiding from Lena. Because I feel like Lena would be that type of bride that would just turn into chaos. I want to do everything, like needs to be perfect and everything. And Zayke
like,
just hiding. I can't
Like,
anymore.
not Bridezilla way, in more like the like, be like, I'm just gonna do it all because I don't want to inconvenience everybody.
But
Yeah.
Like,
chaos
I'll just take care of
incarnate.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that's her jam. Like, this is also like, she'll probably turn up late to her own wedding being like, oh crap, I have 10 minutes and now I have to get dressed.
It is early mid-morning. Light is streaming into the beautiful floor to ceiling, not window, but opening in the side of Starfall Spire, which is new when it got treed.
Treed.
And you've treed the spire. And rooted to the spot, all wrapped up, is Flowero. And as the sun streams in against the morning fog, which isn't quite fog, it's more like clouds because you're like, up in the sky, but whatever, it feels like fog, creating these beautiful streams of light. And I think Zayke is hiding on the still remaining couch, the undisturbed couch, sitting now on grass. Because the couch was important. And Ferris, you walk out of what was once your rustic kitchen, and you just see Flowero's eyes start to just delicately blink open.
I think Faris is holding something. Like maybe she was, she just like, I don't know, made Naima and Camille breakfast or something, and she's like carrying plates around and she just like chucks them down and runs over.
Startles Zayke that's just like resting in the couch. What it? And then he looks.
Sam, tell us what we see.
So I imagine Ro, because when we left in last season, Ro was still in their little pot. But they've now had a month to grow. So I think they would have had to actually be transplanted from the pot, and like they've been sort of permanently, like set up for them to grow, like in this more open living space now. So they're just directly in the ground. And you see this like green stem person with these yellow and orange and red petals that have been sort of wrapped like up and around them this whole time as they've been growing. So they're now actually about as big as they were back before they world wished. I think they're still just a little bit smaller. So it's almost like they grew like backwards. They were almost as tall as Lena, and now they're back to being like a couple inches shorter again, sort of back to season 1 Ro height.
Damn, I was looking forward to Lena becoming the shortest member of the party.
I know they lost their growth spurt, but I mean, plants grow quick, so maybe by the end of the season, they'll be growing quickly.
I have no doubt Lena will be the shortest soon enough.
Also spiraling out from this planted location, transplanted to keep Ro company, is a little Daisy. Poppy.
Aw. Good old Poppy.
Our favorite plant poet who's stoically hanging out. By the way, beautiful art done by somebody we know. Oh, fuck, I can't remember
Somebody
her name.
with a really cool YouTube channel where she makes really cool things,
Like cool swords.
like cool swords and
Yeah.
like cool like helmet repaints and like a really cool shield.
She's gone.
And also she's
She's
really
gone.
pretty.
So the lovely, illustrious, inimitable is a aka evil clever dog.
Did this
Thanks.
beautiful.
It was a lot of fun to draw a plant person. It was very new for me, very fun.
It was really fantastic. Especially considering the references I gave you were like, I don't know, here's a flower that I like.
Figure out how to put it on a person.
Yeah, make it human.
Make
Well,
flower, but make it person.
Yeah.
it was an opportunity to really grow as an artist, wasn't it? Is that
Stop it.
Oh, so it's okay when
It's
we
nice
do
to
it.
see your talents branching out like
Oh my
this.
god.
I feel like you really flowered in adversity.
I don't know. Sam's is my favorite.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here, please.
You're
I
stuck
can't
with
leave.
us.
I don't have that far to go, but I could walk out of this room.
You
could
make
leave.
You couldn't make like a tree and leaf. Thank you, Izza.
All right. So as Row, because I don't have to refer to them as Flower Row every time, but this time I do. Such to properly wake up. What do they do? Do we see something? Do they say something as they look upon Zayke and Ferris? And Tiny, very important.
I think as you know, Rose sort of like wakes up, everybody, you know, sees her little eyes open and those wrapped up petals like unfurl. And they kind of yawn and look at everybody and smile, and then they look around the place. The redecorated spire, and they just beam at everyone. Go, well, it's really nice to be home.
Ferris just strides over and wraps her arms around them.
Oh, hi. Is everyone okay? How is everybody feeling?
We're fine. How are you? Do you remember anything?
It's kind of blurry. I remember everything I think that happened. I don't remember what happened after I went away. But I feel
Well,
nice. It
that
was a good nap.
doesn't matter anymore, because you're back. Here, did Bro kind of step out of the vase or of the pot?
So Row as plant is been rooted into the floor, and they have not detached and stepped forth yet.
Yeah, not just yet. You've seen that, like, the stem that they've been sort of forming is like kind of like divided in like to two, but they haven't taken any steps yet.
Can you walk out? How does this? I
Can you
don't know.
move?
Oh, I don't know. This is new. I don't think I've done this before. All right, hang on. And you see like this little flower row like kind of wiggles, and the stems like split into two little green spindly legs, and they manage to just pull these little green leafed feet up out of the soil, and they're very kind of thin right now and still like weak, and Ro takes a few steps and is kind of like teetering.
Ferris has hands like right there on Ro in case they fall.
Thanks. I guess I'm a little out of practice.
You take all the time you need.
Sam, can you roll a die for me?
Yeah.
Excuse.
Do you just need the D20 or?
Yep. The die.
Excuse.
12.
All right. As you step out, there just a little bit of wobble and a little bit of a half fall forward, but Frank, luckily, conveniently, you have friends to catch you.
Oops.
I feel like it's about then when Lena comes like rushing in. Just like arm full of stuff and just drops it all. It's like,
Oh, hi.
I'm just gonna kind of run over and like try to hug them, but without knocking them over.
Oh. When you hug them, they've got like these little like pollen like tendril antenna things that are totally kind of like laughing in the face. Knocking like orange pollen everywhere.
I don't care.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I feel good. I feel better.
Ro, is at this point that you're looking around and you see some of the objects that Lena dropped. Like what are some of those things that Lena might have dropped that might give Ro a clue as to what might be happening?
My first thought is that they were like flowers or like just some kind of like decoration type things. I think it was flowers, like viney stuff, and then like probably like like a bouquet and stuff like that. It's just all like all over the ground.
I think also one copy of an invitation.
Oh yeah.
Or like a place card, something like that. Ro, you kind of scan these and they're able to put a couple things together. At least in interest, an inkling maybe.
For sure. I think especially right now. So I think they sort of look around and actually when they see like a copy of the invitation or whatever, they're gonna pick it up and they read it very quickly compared to how quick they used to take to read things. They just go, "Oh wow, you're getting married today? Oh wow. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so glad I woke up."
Us too.
We're really glad that you did, actually. Oh boy.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. And Ro totters like closer to Zayke and will give them like a little hug around their waist. So like, it's okay. We're all back together now.
We really are.
It is at this point that Tiny, who's asleep, curled around where Ro's feet were, kind of goes to roll against the rose stem and then just flops over all the way onto her back and wakes up and barks and flops over onto her feet and stands up and looks at Ro. Oh.
Hello.
And then
out.
he runs at Ro with some running, leaping, licking snuggles that only a wolf can give.
I think as Tiny sort of like wrestles, sort of like giving Ro all this attention, Ro will shift into their wolf form to like sort of properly give Tiny, a puppy greeting. But their wolf form also looks different now. As Plant Rose sort of like shifts, their fur is like a dark green now instead of the russet like red it used to be. And there's absolutely like what looks like pieces of moss and like little tendrils of like leaves and plant pieces. It's like
nice.
Plant Rose animal shapes
Out of-
are still planty.
Out of curiosity, do the do the pollen antennas stick around?
Are the petals ears now?
No, I think so. That's really cute. And I think the sort of like pollen antennas actually shift, and now it's like a pollen antenna tail. So like their like
Aw.
wolf tail has like long polleny tendrils
Nice.
that as they wag, it's totally shaking pollen like everywhere.
It's fine. We live in a tree now.
I hope the people of Valerith, I hope the people in Valerith don't tend to have hay fever or anything.
Right?
It's
Well,
okay.
that would suck.
Ro world wished and cured everyone's
And nobody
There we
pollen
go.
allergy.
No one
There
has.
Nobody
we
ever
go.
has pollen allergies anymore.
That's the
Valerith
kind
is
of
a
thing World Wish can do.
hypoallergenic. Hypoallergenic trees. Sure. Sure.
And there's this moment where you all kind of are able to hover and look at each other and have the family almost back together again. I imagine some of you are watching the doctors there, and at that point you hear a knock at the door.
I can get it.
Yes.
Will like shift back and like totter over to the door. I think they sort of like tilt over and like knock a table, like a little ends table over at first. It's like watching like a drunk freaking baby or something. Like, I don't actually know what that would look like, but you can imagine. And they'll sort of like have to reach both of their arms up, I think, to like get the doorknob because they're so tiny again now.
No.
They'll
You-
open the door.
Open the door. The liaison to the Empire
today.
pops in, down, says, "Thank you, Ro." Looks up and I know it's
Welcome.
day of the wedding, but there's something really important. And then looks down at Ro again. What?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're back.
You woke up.
Hi. Your hair grew.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's fantastic. You're so colorful. Sorry. Are you gonna be at the wedding?
Yes. I'm invited,
Excellent.
right? Ro like turns and looks like grinning at everyone. Like they know.
He looks up at Zayke and Lena. Says, "Okay, I know it's the day of, but something really important came up. Can 20 minutes?
Zayke
You
looks
need
at
us for 20
Lena.
minutes now, or you need us in 20 minutes? Like, you need us in 20 minutes, or you need us for 20 minutes
Well,
right
it's
now? Well, go. 20 minutes starts now. 19.
But now, actually, it's secure information. I need to have you done at my office.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. When you say important, like, like if you were to put it on a gauge of importance.
Can it wait until after the wedding?
Maybe.
Oh Jesus.
Look, I just want to tell you before you find out from someone else.
Oh gee.
I don't like the sound of this.
I don't either. Well, like look at Zayke. I'm gonna look at Zayke. I'm like, you need all of us, you need just me and them. What are we talking?
You kind of look over. Well, you're the liaison.
I'm gonna reach into one of my pockets. I'm gonna pull out a list, and I'm going to just like push it into Zayke's chest. Be like, I love you, and I believe in you.
Oh no.
And then I'm gonna turn back to Garrett. Be like, all right, let's go.
Just you?
I can come too. As Vanguard.
Probably shouldn't.
I can help, maybe.
Bro, if you could help set the flowers, up.
Oh yeah, I can be
That-
real good at that.
Zayke will probably and I'm just gonna like lean real close to Zayke and do that thing like where you whisper, but you really are like trying to get everybody to listen. Be like, in between you and me, Zayke probably needs all the help they can get. So just can you just keep an eye on him for me?
Oh, I got you. Don't worry. Thumbs up.
I knew I could count on you.
I won't let you down.
Like, all right.
Eris is just looking at Garrus with a lot of suspicion throughout this entire interaction.
Garrus smiles at Ferris, and you feel a low-level wave of anxiety from him.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Like,
On the outside, he's cool as a cucumber. Runs his hands through his hair. It looks fabulous.
all right. So I have like a collective. I'm just going to look at a timekeeping device. Pick 2.5 hours to get the rest of the wedding set up. So
Oh,
you're
Lord.
20 minutes. So let's just go.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll see
And
all of
he-
you at the wedding. Turning back to everybody else.
Zayke continues to read the list, and as soon as Lena is out the door, he just looks up. Ferris, you're not gonna go anywhere, are you?
Well, I was thinking of going after Lena and Garrus, but do you need help?
Yes, please.
Excellent.
Correct.
All right, so I'm gonna have a couple scenes of just give me like a couple of spoken described vignettes of Zayke and Ferris and Ro helping set up wedding things.
Setting up the wedding.
I was gonna say it's the
Like some
montage of this.
Some chipper music plays in the
Yes.
background.
Yeah. We can probably enlist Naima and Camille as well for some help / antics.
Help?
Shenanigans for sure.
I feel like
Yeah.
one of the scenes is just Zayke and Ferris just like haphazardly placing the flower arrangements here and there, and then as they move to the next place, Ro just comes behind and with some little naturalist magic makes them decent.
Yeah.
And
Just
fantastic.
fixing everything up.
Yeah. Imagine,
What's this mess?
That's what's
imagine Zayke having to pop out to pick up.
It's like
To
go to
pick up
Mr.
things.
Batinga's. Like
Oh yeah, someone's
Pick
checking
up
with
cake.
Batinga.
pick up cake.
Yes.
Head
Oh,
up
boy.
place cards.
Where is the wedding taking place?
Oh yeah.
That's a great
Important
question,
Really good
Megan.
question. Oh, so my follow-up question, which I guess is also a question for me, but it's also a question for Nunu. How big of a thing is this?
Yeah.
Because it's
Oh.
like I feel like I'm torn. Like Natalie and Brulia in 2004. Like I feel like Lena would want something that's not a big deal, but the fact that they are literally the heroes of the city may change whether or not they are afforded the luxury of a small
Yeah.
to do.
Like it's gonna get big quick as you start widening the circle. It's gonna expand real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like my
As will
thought of
happen.
if it was a small wedding, it would be like just like on the roof.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking it's probably in the place where the fancy party was, like where those gardens where we had
Oh,
the
right.
fancy party
So
at the
the
conservatory.
fancy gardens that in the conservatory where the Von Cass estate used to stand.
Yeah.
You're
those-
saying your
yeah.
vows or whatever you're going to do on the ashes of Arvis's home. I love that.
Damn.
While doing this.
Paris is just doing dramatic.
Who wasn't
No.
invited, by the way.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
If Arvis is good, I'm just gonna put it out
He
there.
crashes.
Yes, he was not invited. If Arvis wants to show up at this wedding, he's going to show up at this wedding.
yeah.
And that's just how it goes.
But if Arvis shows up, then Varys is well within her rights to last light him. So, you know.
But
As
Megan,
my maid of honor, yes.
Megan, is the ceremony in these gardens, or is the ceremony at the rooftop and then the reception in the gardens?
Ooh, but the rooftop's not like.
I mean, well,
the
like,
rooftop's not that big.
Yeah. That's
well,
what I'm
also,
asking.
like, are you inviting like
Yeah, that's true.
Tort and Tavish, for instance?
Oh boy.
That's a dragon.
That's a
Yes,
problem.
obviously they're
Yes.
our friends.
Well, then the ceremony is
the wedding
probably somewhere else.
Imagine the wedding present you could get from a literal dragon.
Valid.
We're registered at Bed Bath & Beyond. Dragon shop exclusively in the Beyond section. Yeah, no, I think the whole to-do is in the gardens.
Okay.
Delightful.
I think this mimics like the actual interactions between Zayke and Lena, where it's like, what if we did this? And then Lena goes, no, I think we should do that. Like, okay, that seems fine.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, just to color the interactions, did you invite Garrus?
I feel like once things started spiraling out of control, like, yes, he did eventually get an invitation, because it's like, all right, well, it's like if we're inviting so-and-so, then so-and-so is going to want to come. And if we're inviting them, then we have to invite them. And it's just like,
So he was like a fourth string invite.
yeah, like we're the heroes of the freaking city. Like the council's probably all invited, like all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like
Yeah.
there's probably like a dozen people Lena wants to be there, and then there's probably like 80 people show up.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I
ended up
imagine
being invited.
it's probably a point where like, oh, if we don't invite the Empire liaison, it could actually technically become an international to-do.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops. When did that happen?
It's like I didn't sign up to be a hero. Like, what is this mess?
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Right.
get married on the beach barefoot.
So 15 minutes of walking later, you arrive at Garrus's office. And he leads you through, and he has yet a new assistant. Who's a very tall and slender, dour, long-faced man dressed in flowing blacks, and has a very large feather quill pen, jotting down in a black leather-bound book. And as you walk in, do you need privacy? And Garrett's like, yes.
Like, you go through assistants like tissues, huh?
It's a high-stress environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Get that, yeah.
It's head on inside, and he turns to this guy and says, we're gonna need the what do they call it? The 14th string sounds come. That one. Yes, do it.
I have a feeling I'm gonna die. It's fine.
You're not going to die. You just might have a heart attack. Don't worry about it.
Cool. You could stand to be a little calmer, then that would really help everyone in
I'm
this
trying.
situation.
I'm trying. Just get inside, please.
I do that.
He walks and closes the door, and you feel a kind of thrum of magic as the outside world gets shunted away. So, hi. So bad news. Person that I happen to know you dislike the most in the world?
You might have to be a little more specific. It's like a tier
Totally.
at this point, not so much a single entity.
Okay, well, are you familiar with the individual who goes by the moniker of Arvis von Rinth?
We are familiar, yes.
Yes, I'm quite certain that at least Ferris is, given the information that's come to light recently.
Put a pin in that. We'll loop back around to that. What about Arvis?
Very simply, there has been a coup.
In the Empire?
The Emperor Adelaide von Grogich has fled. In currently holding together the seat of power.
Oh, this is big news.
And that's all I need to tell you because I just didn't want you finding out inadvertently while I'm sitting on my hands. Now go enjoy your wedding, please.
You have to have more details than that.
Of course I have more details than that.
Can
But I
you
assumed you
tell
wouldn't want them.
to
You're
me?
busy.
No, consider it a wedding present. What is going on?
How do I got your wedding present? Should I return that?
It
Oh,
doesn't-
that's a silly question. Sorry. Apparently there was some sort of attack in Hyorlath, the capital. So you're familiar.
Yep, I'm familiar with High. Yep, familiar.
Inside the Imperial household, a fight, a tussle. Sorting out details is still kind of hard, but the Emperor fled, leaving a power vacuum, and currently, under the current strictures, the head of the Imperial household would acts as standing emperor in the intervening time.
So she just left.
Officially, she just left, but that doesn't happen, as I'm sure you're aware.
No, that doesn't happen.
Everyone is assuming foul play, which has led to a lot of people digging into his past, which brings up issues of Ferris. Apparently, some information came to light about some strings pulled back in Shamsara.
Is there a way to keep Ferris out of all of this, considering everything that happened in Shamsara was all conjecture, was all like she was set up. There's no truth to anything that Shamsara has to say about her.
I'm not saying it's not, but right now, those misdeeds, both his and allegedly hers, are the talk of the hushed corners of the capital.
Well, how do I put this lightly? I don't really give a shit what people in the capital are saying.
I'm just letting you
At
know.
least not today.
I'm just letting you know what I know.
It's kind of a big day. Happiest day of your life. That kind of thing. Big day.
Yeah.
And it's just Ferris that things have come to light about in regards to Arvis.
I think people are still digging.
Of course they
More
are.
is likely to come undone. But he's very good at covering his tracks.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
I can give you the paperwork I have, but I don't expect you to read it today.
No, you can send it over tomorrow.
He reaches into the desk drawer, pulls the desk drawer open, and just hands you a fat folder.
Yeah, I'll get started on that tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay. So is there anything that can be done, should be done, needs to be done?
Well, officially, I'm liaison to the Emperor and to the Empire, and should be supporting official strictures coming from there. So I've enjoyed our cooperation. There was a chance that that might have to end.
Am I getting fired?
No, no. If anything, I'm getting fired.
Okay.
Like it might not happen. I'm just saying that this might be
Well,
the end of something pleasant-ish.
well, what a shame. You are fairly bearable most of the time.
Tell that to my assistants.
I would. I just never see them more than once.
I guess that one out there, his name is Monty. Can you just like smile at him? I'm not sure he's ever seen the sun.
It doesn't look like it. He looks quite gray. I don't know if people could be gray, but he looks gray. That can't be.
I honestly
That-
don't know
that
where
can't
they
be
get these
healthy.
people.
Oh, you don't choose them yourself. They're just given to you.
No, no, it's a whole security risk. They have to be vetted like 16 times.
You know, I might suggest a life outside of bureaucracy. Vigilantism has its benefits. Just no laws.
Hey,
you know? You just do
I've
what you
stepped
want.
outside. I've stepped outside the bounds of my station a few times to help you.
And it doesn't go unnoticed, believe me. But
I have a very important question. Why are you still here?
yeah, that's a good question. I guess I'll see you at the wedding. I'll be the one in the fancy dress getting married.
If I'm not there, assume that the empire is on fire.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, and congratulations.
Thanks. Question, GM.
Yes, Megan.
Do you know what I'm going to ask? So I have a fancy Bluetooth. I've got a Bluetooth walkie-talkie in my ear. And I'm just
Wait.
like-
Is that your something blue?
Yes. Yes, my Bluetooth direct line to Arvis is my something blue.
You don't understand. Everything is
as
Lena something blue. Everything.
Everything is something blue. You're not wrong. But I think as I like start walking back to the spire, I'm just gonna see if the frequency's open, because I know that he doesn't always respond, and just gonna be like, so I hear congratulations are in order, and see if he responds to me.
So I have a really important question. Do you say something nice to Monty on your way out?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna smile and just tell him to have that. I hope he has I'm like, hope you have a great day.
He furrows his brow. I lived for great days.
And perhaps you have a couple more in you. And I'm just gonna smile and then walk away.
This guy.
This fucking guy.
All right, so on your way out, walking
Yeah.
across town,
I'm
so
just-
as congratulations are in order.
yeah, I'm just gonna like activate my little earring and just see if he has anything to say.
Oh, well, hello there.
Oh,
I was
Anything
hoping
else?
to hear from you, actually.
were you? Okay.
No, I believe it is I who needs to congratulate you, for I've just been the windfall of a happen chance of circumstance. You've
Hmm.
created something great.
I guess I never thought about it like that, but now that you put it in those not so uncertain terms, I guess you're right. It's a good day. Or I hope it will be a good day.
Mhm.
Certainly not as exciting as, I don't know, becoming emperor.
I haven't the foggiest to which you allude. I'm simply the interim manager. Well, someone stepped out for the time.
Oh, it's nice of you to step in. I mean, it's a big job, a lot of
Someone
stress.
has to do it.
Some big shoes. Yeah, somebody, heavy is the head and all that.
Lena Elliot.
Arvis von Printh, or the person I know as Arvis von Printh.
I hope that today brings you glittering joy. And when you're ready for a little rainfall, talk to me again.
I'll keep
We
that
have
in mind.
important matters to discuss.
As always, it is an absolute pleasure speaking with you.
And likewise.
He's like, click. I was expecting a new phone. Who this? Who gave you this number?
There was a very important detail of why
Yeah.
he cares about talking to Lena.
I don't like that. I don't like
He's
that.
just upset he wasn't invited to the wedding. That's really why he staged a coup. He's just lashing out.
He's acting out. So I'll give him attention.
Yes.
Notice me.
When did Lena become senpai?
God, that was never part of the
I was
plan.
gonna get them a new Doomba and everything too, but
Lena never wants to be perceived. That's her whole thing.
And yet here we
So as-
are.
She has spent the majority of her life trying to avoid being perceived. And I'm just gonna go back to this. I'm gonna go help finish prepping for the
Well,
wedding.
By the time there's a couple hours remaining, you're probably heading to the venue.
Probably. Probs. Yeah. Just like everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's great.
Everything's not fine.
Wow. Coming from you, that gives me fear.
So as Lena re-arrives on the scene and things are starting to kick up and get into swing, things are getting set up and to the point where they're looking good. What is the atmosphere? You have a wedding.
Damn.
Like it probably gets to the point where like Lena's like running around trying to like put finishing touches on everything, and somebody is going to have to like shove her into a room to go get changed. It's like, what are you doing? This is your wedding.
Stop working.
What are you doing? It's like physically removed. It's like, no, I just need to fix this one more thing.
I feel like it only happens maybe in the last hour, if that much, right?
Yeah, just like kicking and screaming. It's like, no, I need to do. It's like, go get dressed.
I'm almost imagining Zayke being like, "Hey Ferris, could you do that?"
Yep.
Can you please forcibly remove my hands?
Can you please get it out of my sight for the next hour?
Lifts Lena and
It's
moves
just like
her.
it's like feral goblin. It's just like puppy down, puppy down. I'm just seeing full Edward and Alphonse.
Yes.
Like
Zayke in the background. Go get ready. See you in 1 hour. Love you. Okay, bye.
she's like, I love you too. I'll kill you.
Being held by Ferris.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's like, Ferris, no, you can put me down. Everything's fine. I'm not gonna.
Not until we're behind a locked door.
It's like, you don't trust me?
With a repel sigil on it.
Just don't.
You gonna spend that AP, Howard?
No.
I didn't think so.
like it's the first episode. We're back to like
Yeah.
we
It's
gotta
about
serve that.
45 minutes till the start. No, let's crank it up. It's about 25 minutes till it's what start. And Zayke, you realize you haven't seen Fallwind. in a day, an entire day.
Huh. Ferris is busy. Uh-oh. This is not a good sign.
He's supposed to like officially.
He's also our friend.
Yeah.
But more importantly,
Yeah, things are ramping up. It's getting close. And as you're like realizing, oh shit, we're missing somebody, you do see a dragon on the horizon. Take a brief glance up to make sure it's the right dragon.
Very important. Huh. Also, at this point, I guess Zayke is also starting to think, I myself should be getting ready and not looking for Falwyn. Ferris is busy taking care of Lena, making sure she doesn't leave that room.
Row to the rescue.
I think it's time
The
to
rescue mission.
activate rescue mission.
activate the the protocol.
Oh,
Protocol.
why does this happen to me?
I would like to leave.
Nope.
You can't.
Nope, you're stuck here.
Repel sigil.
Oh shit! You pulling around that door and I'd be stuck.
Crap.
What am I supposed to do in this room in case of a fire?
Just die.
Only
Die.
one of the windows opens. You might be able to climb out of it.
I do enjoy that Nuno and I simultaneously like die.
Perish, I guess.
and perish.
You have a foam sword to protect yourself, don't worry.
From
I
the
have mini-
fire.
Not flammable.
From fire, the thing that melts foam.
But yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Fire can't go through walls.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone knows
It's not a
fire
ghost.
burn walls.
It's not a ghost.
That's science,
Anyway,
baby.
I think Zayke goes to row.
Oh, they're
we
coming. Oh,
lost
you're in
Matt.
trouble. You're in trouble now.
Maybe they
That means we
don't.
get to just have a joyous wedding episode.
I thought that was going to come in here.
I did too. I'm like, oh, you're in trouble now.
I was
Now, don't worry. If there was a fire, I'd come and save you.
waiting. Aww.
With
Oh,
a
is it
different
strong?
foam sword.
With a different foam sword.
No,
Okay,
with a foam
okay.
shield.
So, Zayke, you gonna
Yes.
tell Ro to track down a doctor?
Ro? How are you feeling? Are you better? How's the walking going? Did you get the hang of it again already?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm getting a lot better now. Tiny's helping too. Ro is like full sort of Disney princess helping to decorate at this point, like making more flowers. I've got freaking birds like lifting shit up
gosh.
for me. Like, and there are bees, like honeybees.
Ro's doing
Around
such a
their
good
pollen.
job that Zayke for a second considers maybe we don't need the doctor. This is looking beautiful by this. Okay. I need you to try and find Falwyn. I haven't seen them the entire day. Kind of worried. We have 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I can go find them. That is not like the doctor.
No,
Do you know where they were last?
I saw them yesterday. They were busy with the cure for the disease, right? Maybe they
Did they get it?
forgot. They got the ingredients, but they've been so focused on it. I don't know. Maybe they just forgot about the wedding. But I find that hard to believe. So, just to clear my conscience, if you could try and find them, that might be good. Take Ro. Take Ro. You are Ro. Why would you take Ro? Take
Hi.
Tiny. I'm confused. It's my wedding.
Yeah.
Going on. You got a
I
lot
need to
going
get
on
dressed.
upstairs.
I am not dressed.
Oh, yeah. Go get ready, and I will go look for the doctor. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Lifesaver. Really. And you just woke up today. I can't believe it. I'm so glad you're back.
I'm glad I'm back too.
Runs.
Go get ready.
Yep.
And I will head off to search for the doctor, taking Tiny with me.
So I think the doctor, given that he needs really precise space and equipment to construct this cure, was given some chambers in the Amethyst Lyceum, or the building it is now.
The
Just
building
off
formerly
Hawk.
known as.
Yeah. Just off from some Hawkfrost's chambers, actually.
All right.
That guy.
That guy.
This fucking guy.
Ro will go looking for the doctor's new setup.
Right. It's nearby. You're able to wolf out and run over there in about 5 minutes. Do you think Ro has much trouble finding like a particular floor and location inside the Lyceum, or is that something they're good at now?
I think they'd be able to figure it out, especially if there's some kind of directory, because they can read it themselves now.
Powerful. The room number. The doctor was given the. Really, Megan? Really?
They're gonna be coming forever now, and I love it.
Look upon my
Anyway.
works, ye mighty in despair.
There's been a new alchemy lab set up on like the 8th floor. It spans a good chunk of the floor, and the doctor has one chamber within it for his work.
Okay.
It also says caution, biohazardous area, use care, all that shit. Don't catch the gasping shadow, please.
It's got a little plague doctor mask on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should wait out here, Tiny, just in case. I don't know what the doctor's got
Oh.
going on.
Oh, and Tiny like spins around a couple times and sits.
Yeah, good. Ro will like knock and then open the door.
So open the door. This particular chamber of the lab is a mess. There is shattered glass everywhere. Things are broken and bashed. There is an entirely splintered table, and lying on the ground, face down, covered in a head to toe black robe, is a body sitting in a puddle of browned blood.
Oh, Ro's gonna run over. Turn the body over.
Turn the body over. It is wearing a plague mask.
Doctor, I'm gonna. I imagine Reborn Ro doesn't have the gasping shadow anymore.
That is true. That is true.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember like what kind of stuff Robert had sort of established. You know what? Are there any like spare masks? Because Ro would pop one on and then go take the doctors off to like make sure they're okay.
There are extra masks and extra of those long protective robes that the doctor wears as well.
Okay. Ro will like really hurriedly like just pop things on.
They are very big.
It's like a kid play dress up. They're like, whatever, I just need to try to be safe. Doctor's trying real hard to fix things. I don't want to make it worse. And they'll go over and like take the doctor's mask off and check on.
So you pull the plague doctor's mask off of this limp figure. It is not in fact the doctor.
Okay.
It is just safety equipment wear it on the lab. However, you do see a face that may be familiar. It's from a while back. Sir Garn Regis, former council member and Blair the Orienteering Guild individual who also at one point swore to help the doctor finish and distribute this plague cure.
Oh, okay. All right. Is he still alive?
As you feel for a pulse and such, can you roll the die for me?
Sure.
So keep going back and forth whether I want to be dead or not.
Oh shit, that's a 1.
Very dead. Very dead.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
That's it. Robert, sorry, your character's gone.
It wasn't the doctor.
Yeah, that roll was so bad. Now the doctor.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the doctor died.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
It resounds out across the world and kills every doctor.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Twist.
Oh, they know the actual one, so now they think it was the doctor and that he's dead. That's it.
Sucks to be you.
Yes. This is Gone Regis. Cold
Alright.
dead. A pile of oxidized blood.
Easy to see it. But these things happen.
Let me see what things I have now, because it's been a while. I'm rusty. I don't know if I've got
Don't
anything.
think you can just raise the dead.
Oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Don't think plants can get rusty, but okay.
They can get russet.
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
Okay, fine.
Only if you're a potato.
All right. No, I don't think I have. What I was thinking is what I got.
Megan.
Is it roll potato?
Is your potato?
We know
Potato.
potato. About potatoes.
Okay. So I'm sorry. What was this guy's name again?
Sarkar Regis.
I had Garrus just like stuck in my head because it was a G name that we just saw. So, Garn Regis. All right. Do I see like any? I guess anything else of significance here? Like I don't see the doctor or any other bodies. I see things were broken. Is there like I don't know a window or like a different points of entry that I see or?
As you gander around, it's more telling what you don't see.
Okay.
All of the samples of the cure are been swiped. All of their equipment has either been taken or destroyed. You can easily look around and tell that you could not take. You have no chance of taking this and manufacturing a cure for the gaseous shadow with what's left.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of like what we'll do next, I guess. Ro has some handy new abilities since waking up. So I think
Sam, just a world wish again.
Yeah, there we go. Everything is fixed. Now this is a far less scary ability, but it will be one maybe surprising a little bit. I'm gonna spend an AP, and Zayke is gonna hear in their mind as I cast message. You're just gonna hear. Zayke, I'm at the doctor's lab, and I don't see them anywhere. And Sir Regis is here. He's dead.
Is that something that Zayke can reply to, or is it just a one-way thing?
I believe that you can reply. Let me double check.
Let's say he can, because that would make life easier right now.
This is like a thing where I'm spending the AP for it.
Yeah.
And also,
It's not much.
it's a fairly simple answer, as you just hear in your mind there is something, what?
Powerful.
Yeah, you may communicate with each other telepathically for up to a minute. So we can get like a pretty quick conversation. Everything is all messed up here at the lab, and I think there was an attack or something, and all of the samples and the ingredients are gone.
Okay, so Zayke's replying at the same time he's getting dressed, like buckling his belt and just bare-chested, getting out of the room, going to where Lena is getting ready. And sure, I'll see what we can. I don't... Oh, not today. And just knocks on the door. the stress kind of fake goes away. Faris, you're in there?
Yes. I
There's someone asking for you out here. Can you come here real fast?
Faris looks at Lena. What is Lena doing?
I feel like Lena's like in the process of just like getting her hair into place, and she's like, "Do you need me to? Because I can help if there's something that needs help. I can."
No one needs you.
Hurtful.
Well, you got to go alone with Garrus, so you know. I'll see you in a bit. Don't run away.
No promises. I'm just gonna like sit down and like do
Garrus sizes up the window before leaving.
You're smaller.
Hi. Yes. She's nearly ready. Finally.
As you open the door, Zayke's just like standing there with a big smile on their face. As soon as you close it, Faris.
You have a big problem.
Ro is at the doctor's lab at the Lyceum, and there's a body and there's blood and the
doctor's body?
No, just a. Oh, it was the guy from Surveying, the Garn, I think. Dead, and the ingredients were gone, and we don't have time for this. We have like 10 minutes until the ceremony, and the doctor's nowhere to be found, and there's a body in his laboratory. A body, Faris.
Yeah, I get what that is.
I need you to have a solution for this. I really do.
I'll contact Alika and the council. I'll get them on it. They'll send people to look into this. Isn't he meant to be officiating your?
Yes.
And on that, we're going to cut for a break.
Oh my god. This is giving me away delayed wedding anxiety myself.
Oh my god. I know.
And mine was small.
I wish mine was small.
It wasn't. Damn.
It wasn't.
Anywho, let's cut for a break.
Yeah.
Be right back. Faster than you know.
Let me stop this recording.
Yeah.
Back? We're back. We're back.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Who's there?
Hi.
I mean, it's been seconds for you,
But for us, it's been
so much has happened.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like maybe you paused it and just like took a break in real time. I don't know. I'm not your mom. So we are returning to Lena and Zayke's rapidly melting wedding.
Did you say rapidly?
Rapidly.
Rapidly.
Although also
Rapid.
Rapidly.
In fact, I believe we cut off on
What?
Ferris pointing out to Zayke that the doctor who is missing and whose lab has been trashed, that he was supposed to officiate their wedding today.
I'm sure Zayke hasn't realised.
no.
What's something to the regards of, oh no.
This is definitely not falling apart on a molecular level.
She also suggested that maybe like Alika could send people to like look for the doctor. Not that they might be able to find them in 10 minutes or something.
And as you say that, you hear the voice without someone talking about me as you turn and see Alika having arrived on the scene, dressed in this exquisite light gold dress.
Oh.
Zayke still has no top on, by the way.
It looks light as Zayke. You look perfect ready to get married.
Doesn't he? I imagine that Faris is also wearing gold because I imagine she would just wear the dress she wore to the fancy party to the wedding. Because why does she need two dresses?
Lena would get you another dress, but it would also be gold. Like,
So
no, you're not.
Alika has clearly anticipated this Ferris move and has picked a dress to match.
You, Faris,
You love to
just kind of take some moment of like, you look very good. Yes, just a slight issue.
Slight?
I'm building up to it.
You hear? I think you hear from inside the room. What issue?
No, it's about the tissues on the wall. It's fine. Don't worry.
Just keep putting the flowers in your hair. And she like pops something to the side away from that room.
Keep putting that
Sorry, Megan, that was me assuming that Lena had like some kind of hairdo with flowers involved.
I was thinking, yeah, it's like something like that. I was thinking,
Megan's wearing a flower crown. Come on.
Yeah, that's why I assumed.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, she like pushes Zayke and Alika far away enough from that room so that Lena can't eavesdrop. Yeah.
So what's wrong? Do we need to mobilize the city? I mean, I will abuse my council powers to make this wedding go off well.
The doctor's missing. There's a body in his laboratory, and the ingredients for the cure of the plague are missing as well. And more important than that, the doctor was going to officiate the wedding, and he's nowhere to be found. So that's it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Also, Ro woke up. They were the one who found the body.
Oh yeah, that.
She looked at first. You didn't tell me.
Well, I didn't see you until
This celebration can wait. I don't have time for this. You shut up, both of you.
Can we send people to look for the doctor, please?
Yes. I will mobilize the city to investigate what was apparently a murder. Who's going to officiate?
Can you? Yeah. Faris, can you do it?
Oh God, no. I mean, not that I love you and Lena. I mean that I'm probably not the best person to stand up and talk in front of a huge crowd of people right now. Alika, could you do it?
Alika slip her hand into Faris's and be like, come on. You're much closer to them. It means so much more coming from you. And as the vanguard of the city.
No, honestly, I think it might be better if you do it, because Faris might not be able to do it, and I can have anything go wrong anymore today. Please. Unless you really want to do it, Faris.
I love you both deeply, but I don't. You saw how much of a mess I was at the other public event we spoke at recently, so
I was mainly being polite now. Alika, please.
If it's what you think the bride would want.
I think the bride wants to not know that her wedding is this close to crumbling. I think that's what the bride wants.
You don't think she's going to be at all livid if she walks down the aisle and sees somebody else standing where the doctor's supposed to? I don't think I can pull off that disguise. I'm not the same height.
Wait, I was not asking you to disguise yourself as
Zayke, humor.
It gets lost on me.
It was very funny.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So what the fuck do we say to Lena? Because we can't just have her walk up there and whether it's me or Alika or Everett, we can't have her walk up there and see someone else. Not knowing that's
Alika's going to point at you two and say, I have to talk to some other people about a murder, but you two figure this out. And
it's fine.
Walks off. And she turns to leave, turns back, squeezes his first hand, said, you look stunning. Kisses her. And then walks off.
Alika, chop.
I'm honest.
Faris just kind of blinks and glitches. Faris is buffering.
Okay. I am not sure what to do. Actually, you know what? I'm about to spend the rest of my life with this woman, so might as well just do things right now. So Zayke starts walking to the room, just straight up opens the door wide open, walks up to Lena. What is Lena doing?
We are now at 3 minutes to ceremony start, by the way.
This is in real time.
No, it's not, but that's
I think Lena's like stepping into her dress. And like everything else is done, like hair's done, makeup's done, like stepping into the dress, like pulls it up, and then like turns and sees you. It's like, oh, good. Could you zip me?
No. As Lena's turning around, Zayke stops her in mid-turn, just gives her a quick kiss. The doctor's missing. Alika's going to officiate. Don't ask any questions. We'll deal with it afterwards. Now, you can turn around. I'll zip you up.
And I'm just gonna like very slowly turn back around. Just be like, okay.
And it's going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
We're doing this today.
Yep.
No more waiting.
Yep.
Whatever happens.
Yep.
I do not have a top on. I need to go and put something on.
Okay.
I'll meet you in 2 minutes out there.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. See you.
Sprints out the room.
She's just like she is now buffering. She's like this is fine.
Yep. These two are so fantastic. I love so much.
Yeah.
Like Ferris?
Yeah.
This is gonna be fine, right?
Yeah.
Like,
She
this
steps
isn't
back
like
into
a
the room.
big mistake or anything. Like this is fine.
Do you mean? I mean, marrying Zayke isn't.
Oh
a mistake.
no. I know that.
Good.
No,
I didn't want you. Okay, cool. We don't have to do that.
It's just like motions vaguely at everything else. Like we didn't need to do like all of this, did we? Like maybe this is just like a sign that like it just should have been like something like just like us, you know?
Lena, we're the heroes of Starfall's Fire. I don't think we could do anything without something like this happening, don't you?
Yeah.
Like we couldn't even go to the shops to buy food without something like this happening. Probably. So you know.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It's fine. As long as at the end of the day, I'm married to him, I'm good. Everything else is just nothing else matters.
And you look amazing, by the way.
Thanks. So do you.
Thanks.
Somebody knocks on the door. I'm thinking Jamil.
Who?
Wow.
It's showtime.
Okay.
Is Zayke wearing a shirt?
I'm pretty sure. Kind of fuzzy.
The shirt is fuzzy?
No, it's going to look beautiful, probably. This is Mel, remember?
Yeah, that's right. First just opens the door.
Sure.
Hey. Puts an arm around him.
Yeah. Like
Lena.
I would say like leans her head on her shoulder, but Ferris is so much taller than that. like leans into like her side.
Yeah. So, you ready?
I've been ready for this for a pretty long time.
She just steps aside and gestures to the door.
Yep.
As you're going out, Camille is going to bump into you.
To me?
Sorry. Yep. And Lena, you're a trained spy.
I am actually. Yes.
So you
on my CV.
very easily clocked if he's bumped into you and clocked a weapon you have concealed under your dress.
I've got a move that makes it so people can't clock the weapons I'm holding on my
Yeah, but he sees the future.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Just a little bit now. And he just does that, and nothing else comes of it. It's committing, like not that big, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Lena's always strapped.
I mean, the guy can see the future, making sure that you're armed. I'm sure that's not a problem.
Fine. Lena is a weapon.
Pretty true, actually.
But yeah, just kind of look like, no, you're fine.
Oh, sorry. Beautiful, by the way.
Thanks. Okay.
Now you're gonna go and you're gonna enjoy your wedding to Zayke, who you love. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes. Absolutely. I do that.
Before they leave, Paris
Sure.
clocks what Camille has done a little bit and just kind of leans over to where her spear is leaning against the wall. Retracts it. Retracts it. And, she's probably got somewhere on her back. She can stash the retracted version.
Wonder Woman
like a sword blade in the back of your dress.
Which totally works. It totally
works.
works.
100%.
It's definitely not completely inaccurate to how swords actually work, but okay.
100p.
Almost as if this is, I don't know.
You can definitely draw it.
You shut up. We are going to check in with Ro. Because theoretically, they're stuck back at the lab. Sometimes pass. We get to rewind the time a little bit.
Rewind.
So our illustrious flower child.
I don't know. I feel like after a while, maybe they would have checked back in.
Well, I think certainly Ro's probably aware of the time that the wedding starts.
Yeah, I mean they read the invite, so.
Yeah. And you were sent out with 20 minutes time. So at this point, you have. But when you have the message back to Zayke and have that brief conversation, you had about 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
At what point do you do your next move?
I mean, if I only have 10 minutes left, Ro would be hustling it back pretty much. I think they'd be turning back. Maybe they would like wait a few minutes to see if like anybody comes. Sam at least knows Lena was talking about sending people to investigate. So I imagine that's probably something that actually moves pretty quick, considering it's a murder.
Yeah, but I still think the pace that's going to be probably slower than the like 5 minutes you have.
That's true. Then
It's like 5 minutes to run back.
Yeah. They'll probably do like another sort of look through things just to see if they can find anything they missed when they first came and would head back.
Why don't you roll the die?
Sure. That's natural 20.
Pew, pew, pew,
Had to make up for that murderous one earlier.
I think you find something very telling. You see a chess piece, a black bishop. Hidden amongst the wreckage. Thank you, Lisa. Hidden amongst the wreckage of the glassware of the part of the distillery they're working on the antidote.
I don't like that. Ro will pick it up and pocket it for later. Because I've definitely seen Arvis and the doctor like playing enough that I think they probably don't know necessarily that Arvis leaves those pieces for the doctor frequently, but I think that's still a pretty telling connection Ro would still recognize. Maybe I'll save that till after the wedding. And I'll just sort of hang on to it. It's like a little
what a-
pouch attached, like that's part of row opens and
Yeah.
like stick it in.
So wolf modes and dives out.
Me and Tiny both. Tiny, by the way, has like a flower collar around her for the occasion. Flowers that match row, by the way. So it's like orange and red lilies.
So you morph out into wolf mode, rushing back towards the wedding.
Yeah.
As you switch back to the wedding, just kicking off the classic establishing shot of the. I should ask, because is this a classically formatted wedding? You know, do you have the two sides of groups of people and like the two lines and the person officiating next to I guess in this case would be Zayke, and waiting for down the aisle and all that shit? Like, is that still the format?
I want to say no, because that's like,
You do recognize that makes it more effort for you.
oh, then no, it's exactly like.
Well,
how I
because you have
described
to tell me what it's like then, if that's not the case.
No. Then no. Absolutely not.
Did you look at that? That is exactly
What the
case.
fuck, man?
Who'd have known?
What the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
would you look at that? It's
There's just a little bug inside my teacup.
You dead?
That.
No, there's the tea line
Is
here.
it a
and then there's a
gnat?
bug here, like clinging to the wall.
Get him out! Free him!
Drink the bug. Drink it.
What?
No!
Why don't you want to come out? Why don't you want to come out?
Devour.
Zoom.
Okay, I've convinced the bug to fuck off from my tea.
I'm sorry if you're watching this. This is so
I'm sorry.
unnecessary.
I was startled. All right. So, Megan, paint me a word picture.
Oh God.
I may have ruined Megan with a question. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, sorry. There's stuff happening in green room chat that I'm also trying to like make my head fire on, and I can't.
Okay, give me a second.
Thing.
Let me lay down some lines here then. We have that beautiful establishing shot amongst the gardens with the cedary and some beautiful flowers adorning the area, painting in beautiful blues and whites in my head. We see Zayke standing next to Alika, who's looking stunning as ever, and two lines of your closest friends. As we're establishing down that, we pan across the faces of dozens of individuals we have seen before, ambassadors and close friends, siblings and bakers. Mr. Batinga gives Zayke a big thumbs up and smiles wide, sitting next to Caroline, his girlfriend. He's having a good day. And in that establishing shot, Alika just leans over to Zayke and in their ear says, "So did you prepare words for the doctor to say, or am I just winging this?"
No, I didn't. He spent an entire week deciding on what he was going to do, and now he's not here. So if you could wing it, that would be great.
It'll be beautiful. Take a breath.
Thank you.
How'd I do, Megan?
That was good. Yeah, like Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it's not a super fancy to do.
Yeah.
I think.
As things are getting set up and people are starting to look around, looking at watches and looking at clocks and knowing that the time is getting close. Go unsettled, and just the camera pans through the door, beyond which Lena and Ferris are. Also, I really like how we've just kind of inadvertently decided that Ferris is walking Lena down the aisle.
Oh yeah. It's cute.
Perfect. And as we pan across through that door and then back, last minute, we see Wolf Row bound onto the scene, running up the aisle and sprouting beautiful flowers to lay the groundwork for Lena to rock down. And as they ground up to the front, morph into row mode, having just made it squeaky on time.
Gonna give them a hug.
Well, Lena's not there yet.
No, oh, I'm not there. Oh, Ro's out. I thought Ro was behind the doors. Just kidding.
No. Yeah.
No, this is okay. JK.
Yeah, I did a
Lena's
I
hyperventilating.
gave a vignette out of that and a vignette back. We pop into Ferris and Lena standing next to each other, ready to push the door open.
Mm-hmm. Lena just Ferris holds out an arm to Lena like that. Ready?
As I'll ever be. I'm just like taken and just kind of like squeeze Ferris real tight.
Squeezes back. You've got this. It's going to be the wedding of the century. She pushes the door open.
Oh God, I hope it's not that
Push the door open. Doors rush open. There is a murmur that runs across the crowd as they all turn and rise. What music plays, Megan? See, I don't have any easy answers. You never befriended any musicians. Clearly a deficient act upon my part.
No, it's funny because the song that just came on Lena's playlist right now, I'm like, oh, this is perfect, which is Lover's Desire from Hades Town, which is the song that Hades and Persephone dance to in the second act. So that just like simple strings, like nothing super fancy, just like a violin.
Love it.
Yeah.
You walk. People watch. Zayke looks at Lena. Ferris smiles at Alika smiles at Ferris.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nunu, if it's going to paint me a word picture of the look on Zake's face. Oh, and I'm feeling a very important part, an extremely important part. Megan, how was Lena dressed?
Very important.
Very important.
Very
that
important.
First, then Nunu can tell me how flabbergasted Zayke is.
So Lena's dress is blue because it's Lena. It's I'm like looking at a picture of it so I can make sure I can paint an appropriate word picture. It's like it's more fancy than like anything Lena's ever owned or worn. It's like this large tulle creation with like it's got like thin straps in a deep V with like this beautiful like beaded bodice and just like layers upon layers of like navy blue tulle into this like big sweeping ball gown with like ruffles around the bottom. It's definitely bigger and fancier than anything she's ever owned, and she almost went with something a little more simple because she thought it was too much but was convinced otherwise. So yeah, and she's got her hair's like down loose, and I think it's like just curled and it's like pulled back with like a single flower like off to one side.
Yeah. As Lena walks down the corridor, Zayke's just standing there. There's no change in expression from the moment that she starts walking from that moment to the moment she arrives at the next to him, close to Alika as well, as just a big dumb smile and a small, like a slight nod constantly throughout the entire, as the music plays and Lena walks down. Zayke just stands there, slightly nodding, making eye contact with her at all times.
What a dork. Love him.
But yeah, and in opposite fashion to the exuberance of Lena's dress, Zayke stands there in a very sturdy but simple white little tunic with a little blue matching half capelet on one shoulder. Just very simple, very sober, to make sure that Lena is the star of the show here.
But that's not right. Zayke's always the fancy one.
Exactly.
That's what makes it special. As you walk down Ferris, you confront Zayke.
Confront
Zayke.
Yeah.
Drop my spear.
You accost him.
Yeah.
So, and to be fair, Ferris has her spear on hand, but not out, right?
Oh yeah, it's like put away and folded away. But she's walking Lena down the aisle, so she looks like pretty happy, and she smiles at Zayke as she kind of lets Lena's arm go and steps to the side.
Like just nods at Ferris.
Mm-hmm. Gives him a nod back. Steps aside.
Lena
The bro
and
nod.
Zayke stand on either side with Alika in the middle. The classic arrangement.
Oh, Lena's definitely gonna reach out and like grab Zayke's hand.
Zayke just clutches her hand and says,
Just like,
"Hi,
hi.
doing this."
Sure are.
Alika smiles at the two of you. Welcome. Especially to these two. We're here today for something special. Something that's once in a lifetime. Binding two of our friends before all of their friends together. To commemorate their love and adoration. To stake it in time and history. To forevermore say that they were here together. Due to keeping this brief, like requested, and she kind of winks at Zayke. I was told you each had something prepared to say to each other.
Totally.
This is Nat just chucks them both under a bus.
When
I
I
just
got
said-
married,
I
I
just
had
said a
like
lot
a
of-
year to write my vows.
Hey, I just said a lot of pretty things.
You did.
You did.
No, it's fine.
And
It's fine.
it's
It's fine. I'm really great at improv, especially when it's, like something really deep and meaningful.
Out of character.
You
Do you
turn.
want to go first, Megan, or should I go first?
No, I'll go first because I have
Do
a
it.
feeling you're gonna make me cry. I can't handle that. Full disclosure, I'm very fearful that that's going to happen.
Alika turns to Lena and says, puts her hand up.
Okay. Yeah, I think Lena reaches out and like is holding like both of Zayke's hands in hers. Probably squeezing a little too tight with the mechanical one. And just like is trying to like steady herself a little bit. When we first met, I remember thinking that I really hoped I'd never see you again. And then I saw you again. And I remember thinking that I really hoped I would never see you again. And it happened again and again until something in me shifted and I began just hoping you'd turn up, as annoying as you made a lot of things. Just really wanted to see you. And then now I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not going to see you. And I fought the stars to get you back here, and I would do it again and again and again to make sure that you're always there. Because I don't want to go a day without seeing you for the rest of my life.
Lika nods, then turns and reaches a hand out at Zayke.
If I could go back in time and remake some of my choices, being next to you would not be one of them. For my entire past, from a young age to up to now, I would do things differently, but not the time we spent together. And what I would change to spend more time with you, to not show up sporadically here and there, to always be there, even if you thought I'd be annoying. From the first moment I saw you, I knew you were something special. At first, it started as respect, developed to adoration, and eventually love. There was only one thing I could do different. I could get one pass at doing something again. Would be to say I love you before we parted, to say I love you before you lost me, to say I love you before I left. And now that I'm here, I will use every single breath left in me to say I love you every single day of our life together. Lena, Elliot, I love you. And with that last I love you, you see this flash of starry light appear in Zayke's hand as he holds on to Lena's hand, and between them an object materializes. And no one else can see it. It's quite small and it just stands there in between both their hands. But Lena, you recognize this is some kind of hand mirror. And in its golden exterior, the thing that you can read engraved in blue, some kind of precious gem of some sort. It just says, I see you. As Zayke swiftly clicks a little button open and it opens up, you see the mirror inside. Below it just completes the sentence with, and always will. And as the mirror faces in towards your direction, towards your face, Lena, you see your reflection like you've rarely seen before. You see yourself as you try to hide every single day, as you try to be invisible for everyone else, but you see the reflection that you know that Zayke sees when he looks at you. Clicks it closed again. Makes you clutch it. And turns to Alika.
Did you just perfect gift Megan?
Yes.
How dare? That's low, even for you, Nunu.
Hey, low-hanging fruit still tastes good.
So you two, so hands clasped together. Lika leans forward, puts one hand above both your hands and one hand below, squeezes them together, and leans in really close, really close, and it's like, "Did you do rings?" Because she doesn't know.
No rings.
Nods, just a nice little quietly to just two of you, and then keeps clasping hands together, leans back, says, "With this, you're together. You may now kiss." And she lets go.
We do that.
We do that. We do the
Powerful.
thing.
Proud of you.
We kiss. It's great.
Hey.
People cheer. Birds fly. The sun shines.
Rowan Tiny howl.
Oh!
Awoo.
Ow.
And then we kick off into a little montage of wedding.
There's some jaunty
Dancing.
music playing in the background.
Jaunty music, dancing, Mr. Batinga's
Oh.
bakery, catering.
Lena has to dance with Mr. Batinga.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Aw, cute.
There's no way that's not happening.
I think you might actually be shorter than him. He's not very tall.
Well, good. She's gonna slip money into his pocket because there's no way he was making us pay for this. I would like to reverse pickpocket him during this dance to pay him for the food.
Nice.
I don't think you need to roll, but I will remind you that you theoretically get a wedding present from him.
Doesn't matter. He should be paid for his services.
He has
Pay people for their services.
He has a very nice, wonderful dance. He's got some moves, just a little bit.
I believe it.
He has a nice bow tie.
Cute.
And I think when you're doing that, he does say, out of all of my neighbors, I think you've always been my favorite. And frankly, if I let all of you have as many free scones as I tried, I'd probably be out of business. So thanks again for that.
Well, thanks for putting up with us. I know we're not the easiest group to be neighbors with.
Well, sometimes, sure. But you're very fun to listen into and hear all your little secrets. And you have saved the city and me half a dozen times.
Well,
So you're both the worst neighbors ever and the best.
well, as long as it balances out.
Side question: Has Lena changed into a different dress to dance? Because otherwise, it seems mildly impossible.
The dress isn't that big.
Based on the picture you sent me, it is.
No, I said it's a smaller version of that dress.
Still.
Yeah, I think she's in a different dress. That's similar but more streamlined.
Maybe the skirt
No.
is detachable. So
Yes,
you've got like a
and
more
underneath
reasonable
it's-
skirt underneath.
Oh, see,
Nice.
that's my thought was like she changed into pants.
Oh, pants underneath.
Like pants underneath, but like with like
It's really a romper, like a
Yeah,
formal
like-
one-piece deal.
but like the top, like there's still like a skirt, but it's just in the back.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a long jacket almost. Like so there's like a skirt in the back and it's pants.
I love that.
Maybe. Yeah, the skirt is detachable. There was an additional skirt, maybe pants combo underneath. So that she can
delightful.
actually get in proximity to people.
Yes, receive hugs and dances.
Exactly.
Ferris, you had something you were about to say before I cut you off?
Sorry, no, I didn't realize you were doing another bit. I think while
Fine.
Lena is dancing with Batinga, because I assume this is like a little bit into the proceedings, she's like doing the dancing with the kids thing. She's got like Camille standing on her feet while she dances with him. and
So
if
she
Ro
danced
wants
with
to do
Lena
that
too.
too, and if
That's
Ro
how
wants
Lena
to do that
to
too,
dance
they
with
can.
Ferris. I want to dance on Ferris's feet.
Amazing.
You can.
Absolutely.
I
Ro
think-
is better at moving, but they're still a little wobbly.
Yeah.
I think when you finish dancing with Camille, the song ends and you turn around and you see Naima, who has grown to be 9 feet tall, and says, "Well, now it's your turn." And she grabs Ferris
Oh my
and
god.
doesn't actually put Ferris on her feet, but dances with Ferris.
Yeah.
all tall.
That's
Cute.
so cute.
Cute.
Very, very
Yeah.
cute.
And then after that, Ferris dances with Ro on her feet. She has not
Yeah.
danced with Alika yet. She's dancing with the kids.
Someone's
Terrible,
got
terrible.
Classic Ferris.
The food is delectable. You think it's the best thing you've ever had from Batinga, from Batinga's bakery. He's really outdone himself.
Does he do like little savory pastries and stuff? Because it can't all be sweet things, obviously.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it could, but
So obviously there was a large sweet component to a wedding's catering, but there's also it's catering and not just the desserts. So there's actual food attached. Most of it all baked, but made in an oven, but different varieties. And much of it is indeed savory. These tiny little honestly, in another world you might call them mini calzones, but it's like bite size. Honestly, like
It's the calzone.
pizza bites.
The
They're pizza bites.
Well, everyone's
honestly.
getting sick.
In
But they're just
fantasy
delightful.
hot pockets.
Yeah, he made hot
Fancy
pockets.
pizza rolls.
Fantasy pizza rolls.
So
That's
good.
fine. We're not above that.
We see Zayke and Lena with their first dance, although I'm sure they've danced before.
I feel like they've danced before, but I feel like this is like, excuse me, like their first, like maybe their first dance, like where they're not infiltrating a big fancy party.
Yeah.
Like their first, like just like dance as them dancing.
Aw.
Something doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah. It's like, are we casing
Keep
this
looking
joint
over
or
your
what?
shoulders.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is our party.
I feel like as that dance is happening, Zayke just casually asks, "How are you feeling?"
Good. Good.
Okay. Happy?
Yeah, of course.
Not regretting
So
anything
happy.
yet?
I mean, it's only been an hour. Give me some time.
All right, I'll ask you again in half.
Yeah. No, and then she's probably just gonna like kiss him quick and just be like, no, everything's perfect.
Good.
But I have some things to tell you that are not great once the wedding is over. And just
Just
gonna
can't wait.
that's why I said after the wedding. Like big smile, just like
Yeah.
people are watching. Big
Ferris,
smiles,
you
everyone. Big
you do
smiles.
spy that Alika is kind of waiting by the edge of the dance floor.
Mhm.
waiting for your song to end with Ro.
Mhm.
And Ro, you do spy a lot of people looking at you. You're new, you're exciting.
Yeah.
Little whispers.
Aw.
At least in this crowd, the Lena and Zayke wedding crowd, it doesn't seem to be anything negative.
Yeah. And
Just
Faris will lean into
curious.
Ro while they're dancing and be like, you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, I think. How are you all doing?
We're just very glad you're back.
It's
And
nice.
obviously, of course we are. And obviously there's some things to sort out after this, but I just want Lena and Zayke to enjoy the wedding regardless of anything else because they deserve it.
They do. They do so much. I'm glad that they're getting a day together like this.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
It's almost like you knew what was happening and that's why you woke up.
Maybe while I was sleeping, I could hear you all talking about it. Mostly, I just had weird dreams.
What kind of dreams?
Well, I guess I don't know how much of it was dreams and how much maybe was real. I think I remember a lot of things now.
Remember things?
Yeah. Like, Ro kind of looks around at like the wedding and everybody dancing and is like, I think I remember things like this.
That
Yeah,
you have
Miriam got married. Wait, no, not Miriam. Namara. Yeah, that was it.
Do you know this person, Ro?
Yeah. It was me.
You as you or you as
I had lilies though. The road just sort of keeps looking around. But these are really nice. These suit Lena and Zayke way better.
Faris kind of smiles but looks mildly concerned, but she kind of gets it and just nods. And it's like, so what was the name again?
I think this wedding was Naria's, and Miriam got married twice. It didn't go well for her.
Oh no. Do you remember any
But
others?
hers was blue. I don't know. I remember a lot of pieces of things. When I was at the doctor's lab, some of the stuff kind of looked familiar, but different. Maybe I was a doctor once.
You've been in the Have you seen any of the doctor's equipment before?
Not in that lab. I saw like their old room in the house.
Mm.
But I don't know, something about it still was really familiar. But it's okay. I don't know, it's kind of nice, but also confusing.
I'm sure it is. Well, if you want help figuring stuff like that out, you come to us, okay?
Okay, Ferris, I will, but I think I'll be okay. Thanks to all of you who took such good care of me while I was, I guess, growing back.
It was the least we could do.
Sorry I made you all worry, though.
You didn't do anything wrong.
The song comes to a nice finish.
Is that like a slow song or more of a like active song?
It's kind of slower on the end.
Yeah. Ferris will gently sort of support Ro in getting off her feet.
I give you a hug, like before I move off.
Ferris sounds right.
I'll
Wedding,
sort
there's
of-
long. There's wedding. There's long pauses between the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rose sort of will like grin up to you and like nod their head towards Alika and be like, I think maybe somebody else is waiting for their turn.
You see Ferris look like mildly panicked, which isn't what you'd expect her to look like at the prospect of dancing with Alika. She kind of glances over awkwardly, lowers her head. It's like, yeah.
You're gonna be great, don't worry.
Why don't you go have some food?
I haven't eaten for like a month. I guess I should be hungry.
Yeah, you probably are.
Lika smiles over at Ferris. Does that thing where she puts her hands behind her back and goes up on her toes just a little bit, making it look like she clearly wants to be asked to dance, and
Aw.
smiles at Ferris.
Ferris lets Ro go and does like a deep breath and kind of steals herself before walking over to Alika.
Does the cute thing, she looks away as if hasn't noticed you walking over.
Did you want something?
Oh, hello there. Oh, I was hoping, as the song kicks on, there's this beautiful, flowing, deep saxophone. I could have this dance.
You sure about that?
Of course.
And yeah. Takes her hand.
Takes her hand, holds you close. Whilst you're dancing, she smiles and looks up at you. And as the night has turned slightly towards evening, all the trees release these beautiful glowing fireflies that fill the air, illuminating everything with a soft glow. And she looks around at them, smiling.
Ferris cracks a smile at that too.
Yeah.
Pretty lights.
Cocks head to the side. So, you have been working yourself ragged.
Yes, there was a lot
Hardly
to
seen
do.
you. Tons
Plus
to
a
do.
wedding to
We're
plan.
City and practically in crisis. But you're avoiding me.
There's been a lot to handle. Plus Ro, plus a wedding.
Ferris,
You're busy too.
I've always been busy. We've always made it work, though. We've always made time.
You really want to talk about this now?
I just want to know what's wrong.
I still feel guilty every time I look at you.
It's because of the sword, isn't it?
Of course it is. And what Ro had to do because I failed, what happened to you, and the others in the sword because I failed and Ro had to undo it. And in doing that, they had to destroy themselves.
Ferris, they're back now.
Doesn't change that it happened.
Yes, the sword broke, and then it got unbroke. And then Ro was gone, but now Ro's back. It worked out.
I still remember what it felt like watching and feeling that sword shatter in my hand. It's
Sorry.
not your fault, but it still happened.
Sorry.
Me too. I didn't want to push you away. I just couldn't deal with the feeling. I thought it would fade over time, but it hasn't.
If it helps, look at me. I forgive you.
Really?
Really? Should that so surprising? I've forgiven you for quite a few things. We have a bit of a pattern of you feeling horribly guilty about something and longer than you need to.
Maybe.
We'll
I
go
don't
over
know.
that.
She pulls her in a little bit closer, basically kind of hugging her while they dance.
I think she puts her head down against. Oh, she's a good head shorter than Ferris, so against her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I just felt like I failed everyone and everything I cared about that day. You and Ro most prominently.
When you say that, she like stops actually dancing and just squeezes you really tightly.
Yep, she just holds her.
Well, if you get to the point where you like to see my face around again, well, Crown Tower disappeared. Got set up in a new place. There's a lot of room. Could be room for, you and your siblings too, Naima and Camille, and you. That Starfall's getting really crowded. Don't. I know you're feeling guilty right now. So when you stop feeling so guilty, that's when you get to answer. Okay?
Thank you. I'll think about it.
And she kisses you.
Oh.
Pan up of getting the wide shot, the fireflies, and then we zoom right back down to Lena, who has found a brief moment's respite off on an edge of the wedding reception. And we pan down right across that little earring, little Bluetooth, and you remember Arvis's words echo in your ear after the wedding.
Something about rain. God.
When you're ready for a little bit of rain after your sunshine.
Yep. I think she is just like kind of, it's like one of those, like she's standing like at the edge, like looking in, facing everyone and just like watching everybody
Yes.
like have a good time and dance. And she just kind of like reaches her hand up and she goes, how soon after were you thinking?
Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thanks.
Secondly, as soon as possible.
Just me?
Just tell me you're ready.
You can't ask me that. I'm never going to be ready for whatever it is you have planned.
Well, then I'll just do it anyway.
At least let me have tonight.
I'm sorry. But I
Are
do
you?
need to borrow them. As you look across the wedding floor, you see Zayke start to fade away like he would back into the realm of shattered light. And as he fades away, he looks across and locks eyes with you and opens his mouth to shout something, but the voice does always go first.
And
That's where we end that session. Anything else you'd like to add, Megan?
nope.
Well, goodbye. I'm out.
So hope you liked that. Gotta love Arvis alienating the one person in the group who finds him tolerable.
It's fine.
Messed with a bride on her wedding day, buddy. That was the biggest
Probably.
mistake we've ever seen
Yeah,
him
isn't-
make.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's in that Alanis Morissette song, right?
My phone is just like, I totally called this, but I'm still upset.
Yeah, I just put in the chat like, I know that Nunu isn't here next week, so I knew this was going to happen, and yet I'm still angry. Outraged.
He did say you'll need to borrow them.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what's worse,
It'll be
Megan?
fine.
You know what's worse?
What?
As you're probably still clutching the mirror as Egg disappears.
Fuck off. On this, the day of my PC's wedding.
So that's our episode for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you join us for next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lena's gonna get a big bowl of sads.
At our normally scheduled time on
Yes.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully.
6:30 Eastern.
Yes.
Alrighty, find everyone but myself here next Monday, 6:30.
And
Bye,
we'll
everyone.
hopefully be Upper Robert. We missed him dearly.
Yes.
Yes.
True. Hopefully with the Robert. Alright, take care, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.